This is Hannah from fearpaintball.net. I'm here with Varnell with his new toy, the TM15 from BT Paintball, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it today.
Alright, first off, I want to apologize. We're a little late to the game on this. It's been out for a little while, but ever since it's come out, we've been getting PMs, we've been getting comments saying do this gun, and well, today we're going to do it. And to make it up for you, we are going to be putting some paint down the range and basically going to make it rain, and we're going to see what this puppy can do for you guys. But before we get to that, talk about some of the features of this magnificent gun. For those of you that have owned or used a BT TM7, you're basically going to feel right at home, because this gun is basically a mini, just like the TM7, put into this shell, so everything works pretty much the exact same way. So first off, let's get to basic operations of this gun. Power button right here on the left side. You have your light indicating what's going on, but you basically hold this button down, the light will turn green and then go to red, and that's saying you can let go of the button and the gun's on. Currently the gun is in safety. You just take the selector switch and go down one click. And what I like about the TM15 over the TM7 is the selector switch is reversed, so it's going down instead of up, so you're not going to accidentally bump it up anymore. But it's also a lot harder to click into the next mode, so unless you want to go into the next mode, you're not just going to bump it. But function 1 is simmy, down one more click. Now you're into ramping, basically 2 trigger pulls, and the third one is going to kick into the ramping, and you just keep going at the trigger at a reasonable rate, and this thing is going to ramp up to whatever you have it set at. Third function, one more click down, you're in full auto. 2 trigger pulls. On your third trigger pull, hold it down, and you just hold the trigger down, and it's just going to sling the paint. Good for suppressing, laying down some fire, or just being intimidating, whatever. But put it back up to safety. Basically hold the button down till it turns green, let it go, gun's off. This gun, being a mini, has eyes on it, of course, like any other electronic gun. But to turn the eyes off, if you don't have any paint and you just want to test and make sure everything's working, basically, before you turn the gun on, you hold the trigger down. You do the same thing, just hold the button down till it turns red, let it go. Now the eyes are off. You can put it down into semi and pull the trigger, and it's going to shoot even if you don't have any paint in. I'm not going to do that now because I got paint and it's going to shoot, but that's how you turn the eyes on and off. I'm just going to turn the gun off. And while I have it here, the velocity adjuster is right here on the stock. You see this little hole right here? Basically take an Allen key, put it in that hole, and you go this way or this way to turn it up and down, and as you spin it, another hole will come around to keep spinning your velocity. That's pretty much like a TM7, a little bit differently. But now we'll get to the stock. The stock is one of the most sexy stocks I've ever seen on a gun. It's just beautiful, but not only is it beautiful, I mean, pretty sturdy, no movement, multiple positions, and it just feels good. Rough on the back end, so it's not going to slip on your shoulder. Look at that back end. Rails everywhere. I mean, you can mount whatever you want all over the place. Super long. Front end, and they actually did this for a reason, is the front end actually works as a functioning suppressor, and BT claims that this is going to allow the gun to shoot super quiet. There's multiple air chambers in this thing. Basically, as the air is going out, pushing the ball out, it's hitting these chambers, and it's dispersing out of here and actually suppressing it, so that when the ball finally comes out, there's not a lot of air coming out here and making a loud report. I mean, you basically just suppress it in here. The stock barrel is 14 inches. I believe it's 690 bore. It's mini threaded is what BT's calling it, but it's basically just caulker. And what I've actually noticed is taking it in and out, the shroud puts these scuffs on it, but I mean, you just take your finger and it wipes off. It's not actually scratching it up. I think it's just some debris or something on the inside being rubbed off on it. But I mean, lots of porting, and BT says it's highly accurate and super quiet, so we're going to test that out and let you know what we think about it here at Fear. But next feature is battery, and the battery is actually housed in the magazine. To release the magazine, push this button here, the magazine easily falls out, and look at that, your battery's right there. Get a nice plus and minus to let you know, plus lines up with the plus here. And I don't know how many times you've personally been out on the field with electronic marker and you squeeze the trigger, nothing happens, you realize your battery's dead on your gun. Well, I've personally never had that, and I know anytime I even think my battery's coming close to being dead, I'm going to change it out. But, you know, the guys at BT thought maybe, you know, you're on a long scenario, you might run out of battery juice and be out in the field, and it might ruin your day, it might ruin just that game. You have to walk off, change your battery. But, you know, the guys at BT thought ahead of it for you, and they made this mag to where it splits open. You actually have a little compartment here where you can have a second battery, and I'm guessing some Allen keys or something right here. But you basically have a second battery stored right there. So if you realize your battery's dead, basically pop your mag out, you got the battery right here, or you just switch it out. I'm getting caught on something. Goes out, you got your fresh battery. Make sure it's plus on the plus. And now you got the fresh battery, you can keep playing. You don't have to get a dead box, change it out, whatever. You got it all right there. I mean, I've never personally been out there with dead battery, but I mean, if it ever happens, thanks to BT, you don't have to worry about that. Come stock with these little flip-up sights. They're pretty nice. I think you can buy them separately for, you know, whatever gun that you want. But I'd say that's probably a lot of the features on here that we need to get to. We're gonna go to the shooting, but before we do that, just want to mention we have the new Invert Halo 2 hopper on it. It's basically a Reloader B, but super cheap, 70 bucks, brand new. And people are saying, you know, for the money you can't beat it, so we figure slap it on here, test it out as well, see what it can do. It takes 4 AA batteries, opposed to 6 of the Halo B or the Reloader, so managed to cut down the battery life and nearly cut the price down in half. So let's get my mask on and stuff, and first thing we're going to do is shoot at this target and just see the accuracy of the barrel, see if we can notice if the barrel's significantly quieter than other guns that we've shot. And then we're going to reload and do some ramping and then some full auto and just see how the gun does. Alright, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're going to shoot the TM15 here with new paint. We're also going to do the 3 tests over again, this first one being the accuracy test.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to reload and do the 3-shot burst test. Okay, now we're going to do a 3-shot burst test. This is on function 2 on the TM15, and he's going to be shooting continuously. So,
Ready?
Go ahead. Alright, we're going to reload and do full auto. Okay, we reloaded. Now we're going to do the full auto test, same target. Let's see how it goes. Very nice, much better. Now your thoughts?
Oh yeah, definitely with the good paint in it, it shot a lot better. I'm still highly impressed with it. Even with the crappy paint, it handled it very good. And so far I'm impressed with the TM15. Can't wait to get it in the battlefield and see what it does.